tap like and subscribe.
Continuing the quest for the Shard of Wisdom, Keo and the two squirrels set off. 12 days across pine forests, grassy hills, and terraced fields. Breathtaking scenes heralding a new land ahead. A crystal-clear morning. On the terraced fields, a windmill connects by axle to a bucket wheel, scooping water and pouring it into the irrigation trough. By the field's edge, a farmer sits keeping watch. The wind is weak. The wheel turns slowly.
Hello, sir. What are you doing?
I'm waiting till the field is full of water before heading home.
The wind's weak today, so the wheel scoops very slowly.
Keo wants to help. He looks at the mill, the wheel, then the paddy.
If we know how much water the field needs and how much each revolution scoops, we can estimate when it'll be full.
You two squirrels, please measure the field's length and width.
Aye!
We'll use vine as a measuring rope.
The two squirrels quickly stretch the vine and notch marks on a bamboo stick.
Sir, how much higher does the water need to rise?
About 3 handspans.
Each bucket scoops about a bowl of water, right?
Yep.
And one revolution has 12 buckets, correct?
Correct.
One revolution takes about a minute, so in roughly 6 hours the field will be full. Please go rest. When the sun's shadow touches that tree's base, come back to shut off the water.
What if it overflows?
I've prepared for that.
Keo plants a measuring stick in the middle of the field and carves a line marked full. He ties a leaf as a float, connects it by thread to a wind chime hanging at the bank.
When the water reaches the mark, the float pulls the thread and the chime will ring. As soon as you hear it,
Clever, and it saves me from waiting around.
The farmer studies Keo for a long moment, then smiles.
This is the test at our village gate. In the land of windmills, wisdom isn't only about getting the numbers right. It's also about caring for others. You've done both.
From his pocket, he takes a bamboo token carved with a windmill blade.
Take this wind pass. Only those with both kindness and wisdom may enter the village.
thank you, sir.
Keo and the two squirrels on his shoulders head toward the windmill village gate. A great wooden door appears. The village is ringed by a high stone wall. Keo slips the bamboo token the farmer gave him into a narrow slot in the door. The door shivers, then opens on its own. At that moment, little May, 6 years old, and a few friends run up, chattering as they lead Keo into the village. Here, every guest who has passed the first trial is warmly welcomed.
Welcome. We've come to guide you into the village to rest.
Thank you. Please lead the way.
May and her friends scamper ahead. The village unfolds in splendid beauty. Water troughs, windmills, and wooden houses, grand yet time-worn. Far in the distance, a colossal oak spreads a sun-dappled canopy. May and the children point out the village's works as they walk, the marvels of the Windmill Village. At the village's end, the oak stands tall and near. Set into its trunk is a door.
Where is this, May?
It's a secret. You'll see once you're inside. We're only tasked with bringing you here.
With that, the children giggle and run off to play. Keo watches them go, his heart warm and his curiosity piqued by the great oak. The Oak Library is the kingdom's repository of books, where every book can be found. Here, gather learned scholars studying each day beneath the wind's whisper through the leaves. Every guest who passes the initial trial may visit the library. Rooms for visitors nestle within the oak's trunk. Warm wooden walls, tall windows looking out over the village with its water channels and windmills below. That night, Keo and the two squirrels stay in a high room. The oil lamp glows a gentle gold. Outside the window, the wind is calmer than usual. The wind chime gives only a faint, dreamy ring. In a corner of the village, inside the wind control room, a shadow moves. A lever shifts the wind's direction. Gears in the wind tower change axles. The power flow diverts to a different channel. Far below, water rises at a junction and silently spills toward the grain store. At dawn the next morning, shouts echo across the village. The granary! Water's flooding the granary. The keeper rushes over and heaves open the wooden door. Inside, sacks of rice are soaked. Some are swelling. Water still seeps under the threshold. Hearing the commotion, Keo leans out the high window to look down. Below, villagers swarm about, bewildered. He touches the gem at his neck, and with the two squirrels, hurries down the spiral stairs toward the chaotic granary. Before the granary, the villagers and Keo gather. All are anxious and dismayed. No one knows who changed the wind's direction in the night, diverted the flow, and soaked the grain. From the crowd, little May steps forward, stands before the wind chief, and admits her fault. She sobs softly, her face full of remorse.
I'm sorry. I was the one who changed the wind.
Why did you do that? You know that anyone who alters the wind without permission must pay for all damages and be banished from the village, don't you?
I know, but my grandmother was ill. Last night I pulled the emergency bell rope, but no one heard. I'm sorry. I didn't know the village would suffer this much.
May lives with her grandmother in a wooden house beside the largest windmill in the village. In the windmill village, each house connects by a rope to the central bell. Anyone needing help can pull, the bell rings, and the whole village comes. Last night, May's grandmother had trouble breathing and needed a cool wind from the mill. By village rule, any change in wind direction requires the village's consent. But for some reason, though May pulled the emergency rope, no one came. Worried for her grandmother, May changed the wind on her own to help her breathe. The village is at a loss. If they follow wind statute number 7, May and her grandmother must compensate for the entire granary and be exiled for 3 seasons. The two rely on each other. How pitiful. But if they pardon her entirely, they fear setting a bad precedent. Just as no one knows what to do, Keo, quick-witted and kind, steps forward.
I think we should save the grain first and sort out the matter afterward.
The whole village agrees. The sun climbs. Some carry rice sacks, others rake grain out into the yard to dry. Everyone takes a task to save the granary. The two squirrels and little May pour water and help where they can. By noon, things are under control. The rice is spread to dry in the sun. Everyone is sweaty, but more at ease. Keo sees May's face, downcast, heavy with guilt. He turns to ask,
With the Wind Chiefs and everyone's permission, I'd like to investigate so we can resolve this fairly and kindly. May, you said you pulled the bell rope, but no one answered, right?
Yes.
Did anyone hear the bell last night?
No one did. It was a calm night. If someone had pulled, the whole village would have heard.
Keo asks the two squirrels to follow the bell rope from May's house to the central bell. The squirrels dart off, slip past fences, and run along the wall. At one stretch, the rope is mossy, rust-stained, and broken. That proves May did pull the rope, but because it was severed, the bell didn't ring, so no one heard. Keo now turns to ask the village.
Was anyone on watch at the granary last night?
Usually there is, but the keeper's household had urgent business, so no one covered the shift.
Does the emergency bell have a regular inspection schedule?
It's been 2 rainy seasons and still no inspection.
Everyone, the situation is clear.
Keo speaks slowly, point by point.
May is at fault for changing the wind without permission, causing damage. But the village is also at fault for failing to maintain the emergency bell, so it didn't work. And there was no substitute night watch when the granary keeper was away.
The whole village nods, agreeing with Keo's reasoning.
What do you suggest we do? I am the keeper of justice for the village.
If we forgive without any penalty, it may set a bad example for others to exploit later.
Keo ponders for a moment.
Here is my thought. This was partly May's fault, and partly a system failure. What she did caused harm, but it sprang from love for her grandmother, a caring, filial child. Most of the rice has been salvaged. I propose this. Dear everyone, I propose 4 provisions that are both compassionate and lawful.
May apologizes publicly, helps dry and turn the rice for 3 sessions, and makes a symbolic compensation of 1 sack through her labor.
2-way, fix the system. Schedule substitute watch shifts, inspect the emergency bell weekly, and install a night safety valve. 3. A suspended sentence with conditions. No expulsion. May is barred from the wind control room for 7 days. 4. May studies the village laws and proper use of the emergency bell. Each week she will teach the other children. For each session, the village grants 1 measure of rice to support the 2 of them.
Sound reasoning. The law is upheld, and no one is harmed.
I'm sorry, everyone. I'll work to make amends, study the laws, and teach my friends.
On behalf of the village, I ratify the 4 provisions. From today, we'll have substitute watch shifts, inspect the bell, and install the safety valve.
Thank you for choosing what is good for one another.
Kyo, I grant you the shard of wisdom, for wisdom lives not only in the mind, but also in the heart.
You reasoned well and cared for others. Save people before judging. Uphold the law without causing harm.
Use your wisdom to light the way and sow peace on every journey.
Let's join Kyo and Princess Lyra as they continue the quest for the Shard of Honesty, setting out to rescue Prince Rail at the Golden Castle.
There's more! Stay tuned for the next episode, friends!